Hi guys, welcome back once again. Sorry for not having any videos for you these last 2 weeks, but you know, I'm back to work, kids are back in school, everything is starting to roll up again, the vacation is over, so I had a lot of, I just had to take some time and get in touch with everything to get back to my regular life, and feel sad for the summer being over, almost over that is. But now today I'm actually back and I'm going to show you the Tudor Black Bay Pro. It's not a fresh unboxing. I had the watch for over a week and I just could not restrain myself from opening it up. So I have opened it up and I have experienced it for a week, but I'm going to show you the unboxing experience anyway, just to tell you that it's not my first impressions of the watch. So without further ado, let's head on over to the table and take a look at the Tudor Black Bay Pro. Let's go. Take a look at the Tudor Black Bay Pro. The black box that Tudor watches always come in. Nothing special about it. Let's open it up. And there we have the other black box inside of the first black box. And yeah, it's nothing special about that one either. It's a little soft on the top. It has some padding on the bottom there. And it actually says Tudor on the bottom as well. So let's not waste any more time. Let's open up the box within the box. And there we have the Tudor Black Bay Pro GMT. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful watch. And when it was first released, I actually wasn't that interested. I don't know why, but it actually grew on me. And when I bought the Tudor Ranger, I had a itch inside of my body that said you have to buy the Black Bay Pro and try it out. And there's actually a waiting time for these suckers. I actually wrote to the AD that I bought my two previous Tudor watches from, the Tudor Black Bay GMT Pepsi and the Tudor Ranger recently, and I told them that I was interested in buying a Black Bay Pro, and they said that they could put me on a list. It's not a waiting list, it was a interest list, showing your interest list. And then I actually went over to Chrono24. I saw one brand new that was listed in Sweden. I contacted the seller, and it actually showed that the seller was a friend of mine from one of our Facebook groups, and yeah, that's how I purchased this Black Bay Pro. And it was brand new, and it still is brand new. They usually remove all the plastics on the Tudor watches, and they size it up in the store. So when my friend bought it new from the store, they sized it up for him. They took away 2 links and took off all the plastics and sent it to him, and he immediately didn't send it to him, he was in the shop, but he immediately felt that it was a little bit too thick, so he posted it on Chrono24 for sale, and then I bought it, and I have actually removed one more link, but the watch is brand new. I have not worn it at all. I've just taken some pictures with it, and because I'm still on the fence, you know, let's talk about the thickness. Let's talk about the elephant in the room right away. I'm a little on the fence about the thickness on this watch, because I had the Black Bay Pro, I had the Black Bay GMT, and I actually didn't think that the thickness was a problem with that watch, because the diameter was 41 millimeters, and the thickness didn't feel as thick as it shows on paper, because when you put it on your wrist, the larger diameter actually made the watch feel perfectly fine. But I'm a little on the fence with this one because this is a 39mm watch, so it's 2mm smaller than the Black Bay GMT Pepsi, and when you wear it on your wrist, it actually I haven't not decided yet, but it might feel a little thicker than the Pepsi because of the smaller diameter. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it's a stunning watch by any means. I mean, those yellow hour hands, and they're not yellow, they're actually they have some faux patina on them, so they actually look a little tanned by the sun. And then we have that yellow GMT hand, and I'm usually not a guy who appreciates yellow as a color. I do not like yellow at all. It's one of my least favorite colors, but somehow in this configuration it works. It works really well. I have to tell you that it works really well. Oh, sorry, I let's screw out the crown, and I'm gonna show you that Tudor logo. There we go. I really love the crown. It's really easy to manipulate, to play around with. We have no crown guards, and it gives you a little retro feeling, as did the crown on my Tudor Black Bay Pepsi GMT, but that one was a little bigger, and it actually, when screwed in on the Pepsi, it protruded a little longer. I actually prefer this crown. It feels a little more flush to the side of the watch, and it has that Tudor rose engraved on it, and it's a joy to play with it. As you can there we go again with the as you can see, but as you can see on the dial there, Tudor Geneva with the Tudor shield just beneath the 12 o'clock, and then we have 200 meters, 660 feet, chronometer officially certified above the 6 o'clock, and we have Swiss made just beneath the 6 o'clock there, date at the 3 o'clock. All the hour markers are actually applied, which I really appreciate on watches. We have the snowflake hands, and we have that yellow GMT hand. Fixed bezel, which I actually also appreciate. I really enjoy a well-made turning bezel, but when it's fixed, you do not have to worry with alignment and stuff, and yeah, it's almost as good as a perfectly nice turning bezel. It's a lot of brushing on this watch, and the brushing on that bezel is excellent. You can actually see the pattern of the brushing, the strokes, and it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, really stunning. And then you can spot that it has a domed sapphire crystal, also beautifully done. I mean, Tudor watches, they have there's something about, I don't know, I just like the quality and the feel of Tudor watches. They just feel so well made, well built, and it just feels like a really, really nice watch that is worth all of the money that you paid for it. The sides are polished to a really mirrory polishing there. You can see it almost mirrors everything in my surrounding. And then the top of the bracelet, the top of the lugs, is mostly brushed. We have a polished chamfered edge there, and then we have the bracelet polished, brushed, polished on the sides with those faux rivets. I know that people have strong opinions about the faux rivets. A lot of people do not like the faux rivets on this particular Tudor bracelet. I really enjoy it. I think that it gives the bracelet a little more detail. It gives it something special. I mean, not a lot of bracelets have faux rivets, and it gives that bracelet a little more something than other watches have. A little more pizzazz or detail. What I don't like is the tapering of the bracelet. It does not taper seamlessly. As you see that it tapers from one and then it steps down to the other, and then it steps down to the third. I would have preferred if it just stepped down seamlessly in size. I like that it actually becomes a little thinner before the clasp, but I would have liked if it was seamless. And then we have the clasp, beautiful, beautiful clasp with the Tudor shield there. So you can just grab onto that shield and open up the lock. We have ceramic ball bearings. It's a pleasure to use. Tudor Geneva engraving on that polished part there. And the best part of the clasp is the T-fit. Easy and quick adjustment system from Tudor. Finally, there we have it. You just pull up this little thing. It's a little hard to get on camera, but you pull up the thing and then you place it wherever you want it, and you just let it go slide back in. It's a really nice little system, and it's surprising that they give you that many millimeters. I think it's 9 millimeters or something. I'm gonna give you the real specific rundown on the review of the watch, but I think it's 9 millimeters on such a small little clasp. That's really something. Well done, Tudor. And then we have the case back, and that's actually the only plastic that they left on this watch. The case back, sterile with some writing around it. Tudor Geneva, caliber manufacturer. Yeah, nice. It's a really nice watch. In-house movement. A little thick, as I said. Let's try it on the wrist. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here we go. There it is. I have 20 centimeter wrists, and this is what it looks like on my wrist. I think that it's the perfect size. Looking at it from above, it just looks perfect. It gives me that retro feeling vibe, and it gives me that well-built feeling that Tudor gives you, and it has some style, it has some color, and yet it is quite conservative with black and mostly white and steel, and yet it has some attitude. That's what I really like about this watch. And the one thing that I'm thinking about and maybe considering a little bit too much is the thickness. This is how the thickness looks like on my 20 meter wrist. On my 20 centimeter wrist. And I'm actually wearing my watches on the collarbone, straight on it right there. And this is what it looks like. I don't think that I can wear this watch loose, because if I wear it loose it's gonna wobble around a lot on my wrist. But if I wear it quite tight, it feels really good. I have to say, it feels really good on my wrist. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't worn it enough to say that it isn't as thick as the dimensions says it is. I'm not gonna say that now, because I'm gonna save that to the review. I don't want to fool you. I have not tried it out enough, but my first impressions are that it looks thick, but it actually does not feel that thick on your wrist. But still it feels a little bit thicker than the Pepsi, just because of it's a little smaller watch, and it feels a little more top heavy than the Pepsi did. And the Pepsi actually had a larger clasp as well. Maybe that does add to the equation, because if you have a thick watch on top and then you have a small clasp, it might feel a little more wobbly than if you have a thick watch on top and you have a substantial clasp at the bottom. They even each other out maybe. Yeah, unboxing and first impressions of the Tudor first impressions and unboxing of the Tudor Black Bay Pro. What do you guys think about it? Now I have the Ranger and the Pro, and I'm actually considering keeping them both because I really like them. But then maybe one of my Omegas have to go. I don't know. Choices are hard in the watch hobby. And but what do you think? Beauty or a beast? And I mean a beast in a negative way. Is this a beauty or is it a thick beast? Please give me your thoughts in the comment section below. And with that, I'm gonna leave you. If you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you really loved the video and want to see more content from me, maybe consider subscribing. That would mean a lot to me. And if you didn't like the video, just give me a thumbs down. Write me a little message of what you didn't like, and I'll actually try to do better to the next video. But until I see you again, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.